She'd show out tonight. I talked to her about Diana Taurasi, had a smile on her face. You know she wants to put on a show for her girl, Diana Taurasi.
Well, Taurasi, all-time leading scorer in the WNBA. Bonner, third on that list. So great history in the building. In season 30 here in the WNBA. Spin move and the paint the glass, kissing it. Here's Alyssa Thomas. 7 unanswered points by the Mercury. The Leo halfway down and come back down. This is a Phoenix Mercury team coming off a win, few days rest. Earlier this week, they were able to pick up a dub against Los Angeles. And Nate Tibbetts, third-year head coach, talked about he liked the way that they're continuing to formulate down the stretch and get back home. The Leo bringing the fire within 3 with that make.
We talked to Nate Tibbetts about, the playoffs may be out of reach, but he talked about when he first got this job and he had a meeting with Diana Taurasi, and she educated him on how hard the women play in this league and the pride that they play with. It doesn't matter whether it's playoff potential or not.
Experienced in the NBA and the G League, and now getting to know just how special and elite these talents.
We talked about this in the open, how dangerous Alyssa Thomas is coast to coast in transition. You can't pick her up late.
Thomas, known as one of the fiercest competitors we talked about, and McMurrin knows how special she is, signed her to a multi-year deal. As Thomas going on the floor to get it, kicks it out to Bonner, too strong. First miss from three-point range. Whitcomb, the bounce pass over to Copper. She tries it from beyond the arc and hits. The energy inside this building on this Sunday afternoon from Phoenix is electric here inside Morgan's Matchup Center. Stolen away, intercepted by Botch.
Yeah, Sammy Whitcomb got a little greedy on that one.
The Booner hits it. So Booner, a rookie out of Germany. She's gotten more burn over the last month and a half, being a great contributor off the bench. And when we Brochan just flipped it up and left it short.
Now, it'll be interesting to watch because Portland, Alex Sarama is not afraid to use his bench. The depth that they have, they can keep up this tempo.
Coming back the other way is Thomas and the Mercury. The kick out to Whitcomb.
And Bonner didn't get across half court that possession. This pace has been frenetic, going back and forth.
Tried to get it inside.
Remember that close game that they had against Washington? They won that 88-87. Diana Taurasi had 34 points, and you know whose number she wore that night? Number 8 of Kobe Bryant.
Such a special connection, but it also just speaks to how much she grew the game. I mean, at an accelerated pace because of just how elite she was on the basketball court.
Well, you wanted to tune in to watch Phoenix play because you didn't know what to expect Diana Taurasi to do, but you knew it was going to be special.
Off the mark there is Ayayi, who's in the ball game along with Lexi Held for the Mercury. Meanwhile, some substitutions with Sarah Williams, Carly Samuelson, and Jordan Harrison on the floor from Portland. Overthrown, and it's going to be Mercury basketball. A group who is without Kelsey Plum. Remember, she came over in the trade earlier this month for Monica Kolomakani, who went over to Los Angeles along with a first and second round pick. Fading away from the basket, it was Ayayi to get it to go. 5-point advantage with less than 3 to go in the opening quarter here from Phoenix. Can't hit. Ai coming into our table, and the contact there from Holly Winterburn, her first personal foul, knocking over some monitors on our table, but right in your living room and right to us.
I was in position, so I'm going to say that that's a charge. I'm drawing the charge. I was trying to catch everything without breaking a neck.
Absolutely, and you saw it coming too. CP was just like the brace. Fourth team foul for the Fire. Well, and the bonus as Broshawn, quick launch there. And tracked down the rebound is Holly Winterburn. Winterburn, who tied a career-high 20 points in their last game as they held on to win.
Yeah, Winterburn in that first quarter, she was fire hot. She had 16 in the first quarter.
DeLeo, the lefty from downtown. And Megan DeLeo brings them within 2. DeLeo with 8 points to lead all scorers on the floor. Taking more contact, reaching in for that one. It's Winterburn and Ai trying to shake it off.
Ai is so tough, though. It's 6'1". She can move over and play lead guard a little bit. And she represented the Russian national team in that bronze medal game.
Valerian Ai, second-year player out of France. Well, don't miss Tuesday's action-packed WNBA doubleheaders. Indiana plays Toronto at 7 p.m. Eastern, and Atlanta take on Las Vegas at 9 Eastern. Tip-off with WNBA Countdown at 6:30, and you can catch both games streaming on the ESPN app. And over a minute to go in a tightly contested ball game as Indiana trying to pick up a big one on the road against the Dream. Kinsler, open look, couldn't hit. Offensive rebound. Single digits on the shot clock. Harrison sizing up. Suarez, no. It's Copper collecting the rebound. Looking to get it inside to Martha Suarez, who loses her footing. Deflected last by Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison was caught inside with the mismatch, but continued to work, move her feet, get around, not just get punished in the paint.
Pass sailed away. Suarez tried to save it, and it's going to be Fire basketball. Well, nearly 9 minutes into this game so far, Carolyn, what have you witnessed? What have you observed?
That at the break, I'm going to have to get Gatorade because this pace has been back and forth.
Closing minute of the quarter. Lake tried to step through, took a hard hit.
She's feeling some discomfort.
Lake has been one of the great defense this season, is in the conversation for most improved player of the year. Is upped her scoring by 6 points as Ai hassled. Held has it. Pulls up from the free throw line, bounces off.
Yeah, Portland's one of the top 3 pick and roll defenses in the league. They changed up, went instead of a hedge to a trap that last possession.
The defensive intensity showing on both ends of the floor. Late crossover, gets it to go! Carla Late with the big bucket, the foul, and a chance to complete a three-point play.
Now, last possession, she took a tumble, discomfort with that wrist, but this right here shows me she might be feeling okay.
Foul charge number 77, Martin Swarm. It's her second personal, second team foul in the last 2 minutes. A technical foul has been charged.
And after the bucket, that's a technical foul. Saw a little extra jabbering from her, the emotion after the make, and so Kalia Copper at the free throw line, knocks down the free throw. Your thoughts, though? I mean, it just feels like emotion right there, though.
Well, and she is directing, her face is turned toward Bridget Carlton. Now, I couldn't read her lips. I don't know what she said, but if she's not talking to you, you got to stay out of grown folks' business.
Name is Bennett. Name is Bennett. Not in it. Okay. All right. The final 14.3 seconds left in the corner. A 1-point ball game. Phoenix on top, 19-18. You see picking up full court. That's something that Rama loves to do. To make and a hard foul. We've seen plenty of them. Number of players hit the floor so far in this first quarter.
You wouldn't know that these two teams, their record 13-22, 14-20, then they're playing like, look, this season is not over. And it goes back to what Diana Taurasi told Nate Tibbetts when he came into this league. These women are prideful. They always gonna play hard.
And if you think about just how relentless she was on the court, that work ethic and what she played for, she gave it literally everything, every single game.
I loved watching Diana Taurasi play. Yeah, she made.
How about back on the putback? The miss.
Rodman kind of player. She can get that key putback when you need it.
Bonner thought about it, got to put it up with the defender in her face, and it goes. 3 for 5 from 3 for Tawana Bonner.
Diana Taurasi liked that one.
And answering back the other way are the Fire. Carla Lade, who is a gamer indeed. She's got this great drive.
When she hit that first one, I thought Tawana Bonner would have a night. She knocked down that one. She talked about when she played with Diana Taurasi. Taurasi told her, be all you.
Welcoming to the Valley of the Sun on this special day, the Ring of Honor ceremony for the GOAT, Diana Taurasi. Carolyn Beck, Tiffany Green, along with Angel Gray here with you from Morgan's Matchup Center. And Carly Samuelson knocks down the three, gives Portland the lead. And we'll go to the free throw line and try to complete the 4-point play. But Taurasi, the all-time leading scorer in the WNBA, who used to knock down threes left and right. In fact, she's got more than any. And a monumental day indeed it is.
Look, she was the first player to get 2,000 points. She was a walking bucket. Yeah, Tawana Bonner has already hit 3 threes, and I talked to her before the game about playing with Diana Taurasi. Or Tawana said DT lived up to it.
Okay, now I think so. Teammates, we're teammates. What do I get if you know?
Well, I can get you a Walmart bag
like that.
We can go to TJ Maxx. get some good stuff there.
That's right. Max for the minimum.
You know, I got to work within a budget.
Don't give me that.
But I love you, Tiff.
I'm going to ask Angel to do a little bit more. Maybe she'll step it up and help me out. But you think, too, just in terms of the leadership, of Diana Taurasi. Obviously, we know about how much of a player she was and all these big moments that she's had over her career, but also just how she has poured into the game and helped to make others around her better.
Look, I had a great pregame conversation with DB, and DB said Diana, through her whole career, was the first in the gym and the last to leave every day.
An unparalleled work ethic. And joining us now is Portland Fire's Megan DeLeo, who has already gotten off to a hot start. And how do you just block out all the noise on a game like tonight where there's so much celebration for Diana Taurasi? How does your team block that out and just come out with a go?
Yeah, obviously, you know, Diana's one of the best to ever play, so I'm actually excited to be here tonight. Obviously, I was her teammate for 2 years, so, you know, special night for them, but at the same time, we're really focused on our game and just coming out with a lot of energy. I think that's been the biggest thing for us in the first half.
Meg, you recently got married, but your offense has kicked up. Has marriage had anything to do with that?
You know, I'm still the same person I was before I got married, but I'd like to think that kind of jump-started it a little bit.
Thanks so much. We appreciate the time.
Thank you.
She married David DeLeo. Ball at Central Michigan, now a pro in Turkey. Remember, she came out of Iowa Consensus National Player of the Year, bounced around in the WNBA to multiple teams, brought that blue-collar work ethic, but we have since seen her shine in this new role.
I have been able to see Meg firsthand of what kind of teammate she is when she was playing with Las Vegas Aces. And her #1 mentality when she would come in for the Aces is she said she wanted to make the job of Asia Wilson easier. And so that teammate that wants to give, she wasn't worried about coming in, let me get mine. She's trying to help Asia Wilson.
Retired in 2024, but when you listen to the greats of this game and the guardians of this game talking about Diana Taurasi, it's just lovely to hear and humbling. If I'm DT, I'm thinking, man, really?
Well, it's the passing of the torch. You know, Dawn Staley is part of starting this league, and then, you know, I would sit back and think, okay, when these great players retire, what's going to happen? Well, it was players like Diana Taurasi that took the torch and continued to elevate this game to another level.
All tied at 28 apiece, under 5 minutes to go in the first half between Portland and the Mercury. That shot denied for Bonner. Last touch. All right, so you talked about the niceties or not on the court. There it is. Uh-oh.
Yeah, they battle on the court, but they had great respect for each other.
Yeah, but I don't want to be on the other side of that. Come on now.
What's funny about that play is that she was on All the Smoke talking about breaking down the relationship with her and Diana Taurasi. And she said she remembers getting the offensive rebound, pulling it out, and seeing that Diana Taurasi was guarding her and said, oh, yeah, I'm taking her old butt straight to the basket. DT had other plans, clearly. She sat on the floor for about 10 seconds and said, yeah, she's the GOAT.
Yeah, welcome to the WNBA.
Just 4 games played with Kelsey Plum in her new uniform and home here with the Phoenix Mercury after a mid-season trade. And end of the season.
You know, when that trade happened, they were on the road, and so Tibbetts was happy to get back to Phoenix so that he could, you know, show her the facilities and he can feel what it's like to play in front of the X Factor.
They cut down low, punch. Couldn't get it to fall. Copper comes up with it. AT was running with her. Nearly loses the handle, recovers it. Back to AT inside to Bonner. Trying to work on Bruner. Rolls it in. Tawana Bonner with 11 points, 4 of 9 from the floor. Booner back the other way. Frida Booner with her second 3 of the ball game. Even at 31 all again.
Nate Tippett said over the last 10 games, they have run more things for Tawana Bonner, and she is looking to be more offensive-minded. Yeah, she plays on the perimeter because she got terrific footwork in the paint as well. That's nice.
Two-time champion here with the Phoenix Mercury. 6th Woman of the Year multiple times this year, as getting to the rack is Sammy Whitcomb. Right now, Carla Lade and the Fire need to find something to ignite them on the offensive end, and it's Emily Inksler.
But Carla Lade getting into the paint, her rim reads, recognizing when the defensive help comes over, and then she finds the shooters.
You talked about it in the open, just how effective she is in doing so.
Bonner's playing right now. She might not need to.
Bonner's been balling in this first half thus far. 13 points, ties, or is the most rather in the first half for her this season. Meanwhile, Carlton dangerous pass near half court, and Whitcomb gets it over to Copper. Copper, want to see her get going. Just 5 points, only had 3 field goal attempts so far in this one. The up and under, step through, won't go. This is a Fire team that likes to get inside, and there, off of 1 foot, there is Winterburn, Holly Winterburn.
Yeah, she had 20 points against Seattle. She's found that confidence of where to find her spots, whether it be the mid-range or spotting up at the 3.
The find for 18, sticks it in. Alyssa Thomas, who's 3 of 4 from the floor tonight, to go along. 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. With that post up of Carlton. Just a reminder, coming up on the Ally WNBA halftime, Monica Malika, Andrea, and Janae will talk all things, obviously, that overtime win for Indiana on the road in Atlanta, plus more on Diana Taurasi's jersey retirement. And just a reminder that we'll have the Ring of Honor induction ceremony streaming live after the game on the ESPN app.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that. I mean, she is the GOAT.
No question about it.
No
qualm.
10,000 points in a career, come on.
The only to hit that 10K club
is right now. But I agree with Nate Tippett using this challenge at that time.
Bonner thought about it. Decides to use a little more clock, then takes it to the line, left hand finish, and on the hoop and hard. DB is pumped.
Tawana Bonner at 38 years old. Come on now, with strength. Celebration. She has always played with that passion.
All-time winningest player in the WNBA as of August 3rd. 378 career wins, both regular season and playoffs.
Look, and she's 3rd in all-time scoring in the WNBA, Tawana Bonner.
Behind Charles and Taurasi. A 4-point advantage for Phoenix. Active hands from Roshan on late. Last touch by the Fire point guard. Phoenix basketball. Roshan, who had an excellent game, has not gotten on the board yet. However, defense coming into play right on time. Late checks out the ball game with 19 seconds to go in the first half. screen from Bonner. She can create going against DeLeo, too strong, and Ka is fouled by Inksler. Five-time All-Star being helped up by her teammates. And that's only Inksler's fourth personal foul. You mentioned how Alex Arama has utilized his bench. Well, he'll have to dig deeper into it now with Inksler with 4 fouls. Copper scored half of her points at the free throw line so far in this one, coming off an 18-point performance. Gets that one to bounce in. Lead by half a dozen. Final second of the quarter.
Oh, Phoenix will have an opportunity underneath their own basket.
Very fortunate for the Mercury. Tough break for Portland.
Where's DeWanna Bonner?
Tripped up. And Poch guilty for the personal foul. That's her third personal. So Copper, who was honored before the game with teammate Kelsey Plum, the USA basketball national team roster, will be competing coming up. The World Cup break from September 4th to 13th. With the mid-range, Jay. Carlton puts it in. Well, Bridget Carlton, who's getting herself going early on in this third quarter. 4 of her 6 points here in the period. Sean, that's Copper, great ball. It kicks out. Bonner leaves it short. The ball just bounces. Players see it go by. It's Mercury basketball. Civics. Crowd title, 6 finals appearances. Made it there last year. Talia Copper was a big reason why they had such great success going all the way to the finals before losing Las Vegas. Jeopardy of being one of the few teams in WNBA history to not return to the playoffs for a finals appearance. Good recovery there from DeLeo. Picks up the loose ball and puts it in.
DeLeo with that left hand, I mean, she just got such a nice touch. Remember watching her in college and doing the Mikan drill, not with 2 balls, but with 3.
Copper going right to the rack.
You know, Copper told a story about Diana Taurasi at the end of a game. Nate Tibbetts was drawing up a play for Diana Taurasi, and Diana said, no, hey, coach, draw this up for Copper. And Copper was thinking, oh, my goodness. Well, Copper went on and made the shot to win the game. And she said her thought was, I love you, man.
No bags, though. No bags were purchased there, though, right?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to check. And maybe Copper, she might have one in the bank.
But again, the way that Diana Taurasi has just uplifted, encouraged, and empowered her teammates over the years. Whitcomb, who was bumped on the way to the hoop, she pops right back up. It's a very physical ball game. We've talked about just a number of fouls called, number of bodies who have fallen to the floor, and late now charged with her 4th personal foul.
You look at the difference between these two teams. Phoenix is the oldest team in the WNBA, where Portland's the 11th oldest, so they're very, very young. So you got Sammy Whitcomb, who is 38 years old. DeWanna Bonner, She's 38 also. I can't imagine getting up and down the floor at this pace when I was 38.
One of 5 players to play at 38 or better. I mean, you think, again, Taurasi, 40, 20 seasons all in one jersey. Jordan Harrison out of West Virginia with a clear path to the basket and made it easy.
But what comes with age is wisdom. Nate Tibbetts talks about the leadership that Sammy Whitcomb brings to this team. DeWanna Bonner as well.
All day, drains it. Phoenix 5 made threes today. Correction, 6 triples made.
Yeah, DeWanna Bonner is on one. She's hot right now from the 3. She's 4 of 8 from downtown.
Well, she had 19 points in that first meeting with Portland back on June 5th.
You know, she had to carry the mail because remember, Alyssa Thomas, Kalia Copper, and Sammy Whitcomb were not available to play.
Copper with the foul from behind on Sarah Williams. Even though they were shortened that day, they won 78-72. They'll meet once more on September 17th. Well, the WNBA app is your home court for all things WNBA. Stay in the game with the latest schedule, where to watch, game alerts, and more. Scan the QR code to download.
Look, and you want to stay tuned in this stretch before the FIBA World Cup, and then in September, a lot can be decided on who's going to be seated where for the playoffs.
It's going to be very interesting right now. Minnesota coming into today with a 3.5 game lead on Golden State. Their closest, right behind them, is Las Vegas. Well, everyone is out to celebrate the GOAT on this Sunday evening. And things have really picked up. If you're just tuning in, I mean, it was a 6-point ball game. Phoenix has since stretched the lead out by 3 more, but both teams shooting the ball better in this third quarter. 6 made buckets for Portland, 7 made field goals for Phoenix.
DeWanna Bonner has left the floor.
Transition takedown, charge number 33, Sammy Whitcomb. It's your second personal, 13th foul.
Well, Nate Tibbetts, who you talked about, said the aggressiveness that they had seen from DeWanna Bonner over the last 10 games, wanting that to continue to be something that she does, the transition take foul.
Back game of fire, 77, Holly Whitcomb.
Allows Bridget Carlton and the Fire to get a free throw along with the inbounding of the basketball.
Now, Portland is never out of a game because of their ability to get to the free throw line and get open looks from the 3-point line.
Well, you're talking about a team that hits 10 threes a game, and you thought they may have been out against Minnesota. They were down by as many as 29. They closed the gap and just lost that one by 4. So again, their ability to shoot from long range, very important.
But a key factor for that is that Carla Lade has had to go to the bench. She has 4 fouls.
Samuelson. Jordan Harrison spin move. Good defense there by Held. Better offense for Harrison. She gets it to fall.
The 2 games that Carla Lade was out for injury, it was Jordan Harrison who had to step up and start at that point guard spot.
Well, she brings an Energizer bunny kind of bug along with great defense. You see her defending Held. Nice rolling fine to AT, and AT flips it up. Contact, no whistle, and back comes Booner. Deflecting that one is Alyssa Thomas. Roshan, who's still scoreless in this one, finds AT. Kicks it over to Held, takes an extra dribble, and buries it from 3. So Alyssa Thomas, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, 12 points. And Thomas with the personal foul as we're joined now by DeWanna Bonner. What did you eat this morning? How energized were you, understanding how big and special this day was for your former teammate, Diana Taurasi?
Hey, it's a Diana Taurasi day, so anytime to go in the building, you got to show up and show out. So that's what I'm trying to do, trying to get this win for her. She deserved this.
DB, what's the biggest thing you learned from playing with Diana Taurasi?
Oh, man, just, I want to say leadership, but just how to be ready, how to prepare to be in the WNBA, what it takes to stay in this thing for 17 years. She was there for 20. I don't know if I'm going to make it that long, but I kind of had the blueprint on how to work and when to work, and got to see it every day, so I'm lucky.
Appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Love you, D.
You know, I asked DeWanna if there were a message she wanted to give to Diana Taurasi on this broadcast, and she said, first, thank you. Second, I love you.
Yeah.
I asked her about what kind of leader Diana was. She demanded from you. She said Diana led from the example that she said she wasn't one that would like scream and yell at you. You just followed her lead with how hard she worked in practice and on the floor.
CP, that's very interesting that you said those two things about DeWanna Bonner, because I was able to catch up with Brittany Griner, who obviously everyone loves that dynamic duo, and I asked her the same two things. What would you want to say to her? She said,
inbound.
And Phoenix does not have another challenge. They lost that one earlier on the foul by Lexi Hill.
Tasha Mack skies for that rebound. So it's Ayayi, Thomas, Held, Mack. She gets the ball, too strong, and Roshan for Carly Samuelson. is going over to her head coach, Alex Ramos, saying, hey, nobody touched her. But this one whistled against Emily Inksler. So that's her 5th personal foul. Good time to tell you as we take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule tomorrow. Peacock, Dallas, Golden State at 10 Eastern. Two of the easiest schedules remaining for those two clubs. The playoffs in sight. Tuesday, a doubleheader on ESPN. It's Indiana, Toronto at 7, followed by Atlanta, Las Vegas. And then Wednesday on the USA Network, it's Minnesota, Golden State at 10. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app.
So key for them this year.
So much can happen as Booner gets it to rattle in from 3. Free to Booner, who has been a nice lift off the bench. She's upped her average so far this afternoon. She's got 9 points. 1-2 step won't go.
They talked about Portland never being out of a ball game because of their ability to knock down those shots, specifically from the three-point line.
They've made 3 so far in this one. The attempt from Harrison off the mark. We talked about the frenetic pace at the start of this game, about how they were just going back and forth. Now that both teams have settled in the final minute of this 3rd quarter, what's going to be key going into the 4th?
I think it's quality of shots that both teams take and make, and then take ball security, taking care of the basketball.
Spin move won't go for Natasha Mack. It's Carlton going baseline. Kick over to DeLeo. DeLeo for 3! Megan DeLeo with a trio of 3s. And she's got 15 points. And then you see the double team there by Booner and Winterburn.
Watch the spacing. DeLeo, and when she can hop into that 2-foot jumper from the three-point line, woo, baby, she can knock that down.
43 made threes on the season. A 36% three-point shooter coming in. But again, we talked about how this group hits double digits from beyond the arc.
Watching Megan DeLeo's her evolution of her game, because she was majority an inside player coming out of Iowa, but she in the offseason and her experience playing overseas has helped her to expand her game. Now she is that threat from the three-point line.
1 of 2, and it's a three-point ball game. Here as the third comes to a close. Carlton off the curl. Back to Carlton, thought about it. This one fading away from 3. No, Bonner comes up with it.
But Portland's gonna bring that trap.
And you see her numbers on the night, 20 points and counting.
Now Phoenix has got to heat back up. They started that third quarter, they were 7 for 10, but they ended the quarter 1 for 6 from the floor.
Well, one thing that Alex Sarama told us is that, you know, they've been a part of jersey retirements already this season. Did so with assistant coach Sylvia Fowles earlier this year in Minnesota. So what did he tell us? What did he want to do tonight?
Acclimatize was the word.
Acclimatize? No, he wanted to disrupt. He wanted to play.
Oh, he wanted to play spoiler.
Spoiler.
He gave me that big word.
But I see him putting a big SAT word in there. All those. I want you to tell me what acclimatize means after the broadcast. As late, oh my, Carla late with hand finish and foul.
Yeah, having Carla late on the floor can really help the offense of this Portland Fire team because of plays like that. She's dangerous of getting downhill. She can score it or she can spray it out for 3.
The French point guard can't hit the free throw.
And she's only made 2 field goals in the paint.
She's in double digits with 10 points.
She's got 4 assists.
And the defense, good rotation there. Bonner, shot fake, puts it up. Carlton and Mack run into each other, and look at the pirouette there at the half-court line from Bonner. Great balance, Mack bucket. Carlton finds late, splits through 2 defenders, and a late whistle there as Mack whistled for the personal.
Look, this is a heads-up play by a 17-year vet. She knows she's near the line. She stayed on those tippy toes and then led to the bucket. Terrific finish by Mack.
Now, this is an area you have to be mindful of because Carla Late is one of the best to get to the free throw line in the league. Well, let's let you know about tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern following a thrilling Women's Sports Sunday matchup, Angel City versus Washington Spirit on ESPN, Disney Plus, and the ESPN app. First meeting for these 2 clubs in nearly 11 months. You just think about the overtime game we had earlier between Indiana and Atlanta. This is a 2-possession game, and then 2 great teams will take the pitch later tonight on this Women's Sports Sunday. NWSL continues in its rapid growth. Count that bucket for Copper.
Throughout the rest of August, and then when they come back in September, look, you better stay tuned in because you're going to be in for some great WNBA action.
And what a tough shot, the control there by Kalia Copper. And she's got 14 points now. Io with 17, Late with 11.
That's an offensive foul. Now, Alex Harama has another challenge, but he's not going to use it right now.
Third for Carleton. Pull up, sizing up Carleton. No. Tracking down the rebound. And they're going to say Mack. Moves his forearms. The foul, her third personal. The fans let the officials know how they feel.
But again, Phoenix doesn't have a challenge, so they've got to just stay with the call.
CP, you said this earlier. These are two teams on the outside looking in for the playoff picture. But the way that they are competing here tonight has just been exceptional. And Carla Lake continues to be elite getting to the hoop.
Look, they know no different. Look, it is the pride that these women play with.
The sellout crowd erupts after Copper's made three. Late turnaround in the lane. And Carla Late now at her season average of 15 points. Mack double team, nowhere to go, but Copper is able to collect it. And Poch, the Australian, out and running.
You asked me earlier what was going to decide this game. Shot quality. You got to take good expected shots.
An open look for Poch, high arcing three, it goes. Nadia Pouch.
Now down the stretch, Phoenix, they got to take care of the basketball. Good looks and they can't turn it over.
Intercepted by Late, to your point. Taken away and stolen by Carla Late. And a three here could tie it up with under 6 to go. And eyes down the three, no. And Phoenix controls it. Both teams shooting about 50 or 43% rather from the floor. Copper with the find to Mack, who was waiting. "17 assists on 25 made field goals for the Mercury." Meanwhile, Late once more attacking the lane. And Carla Lake continuing to push the issue inside the lane. She's got 9 points this quarter.
And right now, what she is making Phoenix do, say, you got to guard me, and now she could set up.
Here's Thomas. Bonner. Instead, Bonner having to go to work. Goes in, no, puts it back up, won't fall. So now the 5th team foul, and a shooting foul as well, and it's going to be Mercury at the free throw line. DB will have 2 attempts.
You look at Duana Bonner throughout this season, each month from May, June, July to August, her offensive production has continued to go up.
And she's been able to ring in another 20-point game, 94th of her career. That's 3rd most in franchise history, behind BG and Diana Taurasi. Carla Late, who has been outstanding this quarter, and Whitcomb, Samuelson, a lot of contact there, trying to wrestle away. And Whitcomb, her 4th personal foul, and so free throws the rest of the way for both squads.
This is going to be key. Now, Phoenix, they have been to the line 25 times. They're 20 of 25, where Portland only, this is their 14th attempt. They're 7 of 13 so far today.
You know, when we talked with Nate Tibbetts, you said it before, like, the commitment to excellence is something that stood out to him in his initial meeting with Diana Taurasi, and the fact that, you know, she can write her own ticket in whatever she wants to do, whether it is coaching or front office or ownership. She's already got her own day here in the state of Arizona. Keys of the city.
And what I took away from that conversation is she was quick to educate him on the history of the game, the knowledge of the game. She had pride in the game, and I think that was part of her drive to want to be great.
Let me tell you, the drive to just try to take over this game in the 4th quarter for the Portland Fire. Carla Late now with a career-high 11 points in this quarter alone to keep her team in it, and now they've got an opportunity to take the lead here on this possession. Late off the mark there. Roshan rips away the rebound, but stepped in front of it as Carlton puts up the 3. Won't fall. One more time in the hands of the Fire. A 3rd opportunity closing in on the final 2 minutes of regulation. We've already seen one game go into overtime, and Late puts the Portland Fire on top.
Felt like Carla Late was the most dangerous player on the floor for Portland. She's got that toughness and tenacity. She ain't backing down.
First lead of the half for the Fire. Mercury with the shot clock winding down. Desperation shot won't go, and now Late and the Fire with the ball.
Now, you got to keep Carla Late out of the paint.
She's got 21 points. The swing over to DeLeo won't go. Copper and AT collide with each other, going for the rebound. Whitcomb pulls it. No. DeLeo right back. Quick shot there. Did you like that selection?
No, I didn't, and I think that AT's got to have the basketball. She gave it up way too soon.
Inksler, oh my! The reverse layup. Copper through 2 defenders, tough, but she finishes with the left. Kalia Copper with 19 points. And a timeout taken by Portland. So Portland has 1 timeout remaining along with the reset. Let's take another look at that play.
Yeah, Kalia Copper.
Seconds left, immediately going to foul Carly Samuelson. Both converging on the ball was Whitcomb and Thomas.
Now, Samuelson, a 95% free throw shooter.
She hasn't gotten to the free throw line very often this season, but when she has, as you mentioned, 18 of 19 prior to that, now make it 18 of 20. So still a 1-point game here as Alex Arama's group 56% from the free throw line tonight. Puts the back in. And so now Phoenix taking the reset timeout, trailing by 2. They led by as many as 9. And now what does Nate Tibbetts' group do with these 20 seconds?
You got to go to the rim, and I say play through Alyssa Thomas. She's strong enough to finish through contact.
With a triple-double, 14 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, kickball violation. And we'll try it again.
Now, after the last bucket they got was from Kalia Copper on the drive too. So Phoenix they've got those 2 options. Listen, you're at home, you can go for the tie right now, and you don't want to go too soon.
Copper goes right at Carlton, and great defense by Bridget Carlton into the backcourt on the inbound into Carlton. giving chase, and they foul Carlton as Copper will send her to the line. And just a reminder, don't forget, following tonight's game, we'll have Diana Taurasi's Ring of Honor induction ceremony streaming live here on the ESPN app, so you'll want to make sure you tune in. Carlton now just her second free throw attempt, 2 of 2 from the line tonight. Carlton a chance to make it a 2-possession game with a make here as it rolls in. 9 points. Tonight's big celebration for the Phoenix Mercury legend. Thomas on the inbound, trying to give him extra life, a 5-second violation. Not the way Nate Tibbetts would want that to play out of the timeout. Stolen by Thomas, put up, kisses off the backboard. Wait a minute, it's not over. 6 seconds left, and they foul Carla Late. Wow. Everybody playing. And Alyssa Thomas.
Look, this is DT. That's Alyssa Thomas's first 3 of the season.
And DT standing to her feet along with the 16,513 in Mortgage Matchup Center. And this game could very well either be tied or potentially go into overtime, depending on this free throw. 15 points in this fourth quarter for Carla Late. Final possession for the Phoenix Mercury. Sammy Whitcomb heaves it up, oh, just off the mark. And the Portland Fire disrupt the night. Come out with a win, 88-85, and the Fire have gone